Behind the blurs in this video, bodies laying out in the open, loved ones horrified to find them at a mortuary without air conditioning, and it only gets worse from there.
Saying goodbye to a family member is already difficult, but what some people went through today made a tough time downright traumatic.
It all started when a man went to check on his mother's arrangements at Richardson's Mortuary just off of Alameda Road.
This story is just crazy. ABC 13's Luke Jones is live there. And Luke, we got tipped off to this earlier today, and there have been many twists and turns since then.
Yeah, police have been here all afternoon. At this point, all 10 of those bodies have since been moved to refrigerated rooms at other funeral homes. Attempts to reach the owner of this one have been unsuccessful, but the Precinct 7 constable, an acquaintance of his, was able to get him on the phone. He says he's currently in the hospital after suffering a heart attack. It's so much heartache here today for all of the many families who came seeking answers.
One thing I know, we're not going to leave him in this building.
As chaotic as it looks outside Richardson Mortuary,
You take a step in there. You tell me where you going to put a body that's been already deteriorated.
these customers say it's nothing compared to what you'll find inside. The stench of death overpowering, and the sights deeply upsetting.
There's bodies in caskets, boxes, plastic bags. It's no AC, it's gnats, it smells like rotten blood.
Tamara Magruder and her brother filmed these videos this morning. They'd gone to the funeral home to check on their uncle and mother's bodies, suspicious about where and how they were being stored, since this building is being renovated.
And I opened up the casket, and she had gnats in her face. She was already sweating.
Other bodies weren't even in caskets. Some laid out on tables.
Right now we have a total of 10 bodies. You could look at an abusive corpse, things of that nature, but we'll know more as we go through it.
The video spread quickly on social media, soon catching Marita Brown's attention.
I saw a lady in purple in the same suit as my grandmother. So I said, wait a minute, that look like my grandma. But
83 years old, Bonnie Ashley should have been cremated last month. Instead, Brown fears her body sat in questionable conditions inside Richardson Mortuary.
this was March the 21st. And she was supposed to be cremated already, and we've been waiting on her ashes, and nothing haven't been happening.
He has bodies laying in here.
Lots of activity this morning when the Magruder family was taking these videos. They say an unidentified funeral home worker confronted them
When he asked us to leave, I said I'm not leaving without my mom.
and at some point stabbed her brother in the stomach. He's expected to be okay, and the worker isn't being charged.
Basically, he claimed self-defense. We spoke to the district attorney on the charge, and he declined charges.
As for these bodies, as shocking as it sounds, the Texas Funeral Service Commission says it's not unusual to find them laid out on tables. What is disturbing? The lack of air conditioning and reports of insects. In the last 10 years, 14 complaints against Richardson Mortuary. The Funeral Service Commission couldn't say how many were substantiated, but says one is still active. And now there's another one.
It hurts. I feel let down. I feel like I let them down. I feel disrespected.
And in addition to all of the police officers here, the Texas Funeral Service Commission sent their own inspector out this evening. We've been checking back to see what they found. We'll let you know when we know. For now, reporting live in Southwest Houston, Luke Jones, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, thankfully that family went in there and found out all this was going on. Luke, thank you for the live report.